traditions. We're just waiting for the rest of our roommates.
4, 3,
No!
2,
You're not gonna get it.
1.
I just had traditions today and I just got done like 45 minutes ago, and I am now headed into the Magic Kingdom for the first time as a cast member. Ooh, sorry.
Spaghetti ate the last 2 people are in it.
Attention Expedition Everest team members. Secure all gear in the cargo bag. For your
You're so good at it. How do you do it?
Easter.
Easter.
I like Easter better than Easter.
Say something. So. I thought you were just saying.
I just had groceries delivered to the front door from the local grocery store. It's called Publix, and basically you get this app called Instacart, and I will put my link in the bottom, but download the app, and they literally had these waiting for me when I pulled up off the bus from work. You can schedule your pickup time, so I got off at 5:30. I had the groceries be here at 6:20, and I didn't even have to go to the store. To explore the parks a ton. I have been walking 22,000 steps every day and getting as much of the parks in as I can, because why not? So basically, now that that is all over and I actually have a full schedule now, which is super nice. I work Tuesday through Saturday mostly. It changes weekly, but I haven't gotten next week's schedule. If you are a convention guide, your schedule will come out midnight of Tuesday, which is different from everybody else's. So don't freak out if you don't get your schedule on Saturday at midnight or Sunday morning midnight like all your friends will in their roles. For our specific role, we do not get it. Hey guys, so now that I've gone through my basic walk to ops and my on-the-job training, I will give a little detail of exactly what that looked like. So the first day I went in and I met with Tom. He was phenomenal. He was my trainer. He's worked for Disney for 18 years, and so he's done this role. So he really knows exactly what it's like to be a convention guide, special events. So we basically just went through a PowerPoint on what exactly a convention guide does, safety and security and that kind of thing. And then that was about 3.5 hours. And so I got an early release that day. And then the next day I went in and I trained with Sylvia. She was an absolute sweetheart. If you ever train with Sylvia, tell her that I say hello because I loved her. And so basically that day we walked around Epcot. She showed me where all the break rooms are, where I could possibly be having to go. She showed me all of the little ins and outs that I needed. She showed me where to clock in, where to clock out. And then we took a trip over to the Magic Kingdom, and she showed me occasionally if we have things to go to over there, like marathons or weddings or any kind of events. She basically showed me where to go for that. And so for on-the-job training for a convention, she showed me where different things were for different conventions. So for this one right now, it is the Festival of the Arts. And so she took me around to the mural, she took me to the Odyssey room, she took me to where I could be working the annual pass holder event in the American Adventure in the America Pavilion. And basically that was kind of just showing me, with being a convention guide, we have to train for the different festivals. So I went through Festival of the Arts training, so just kind of understanding what exactly the Festival of the Arts is, what I could be doing, what everybody else is doing, learning the show times for different events that are going on. And then we will be going through Flower and Garden training in about a week or so. Flower and Garden starts on February 28th, so there's about 10 days between the end of the Festival of the Arts and the beginning of the Flower and Garden Festival. And so I'm super excited, and I've just officially started my first shifts this week without any trainers or anything, so I will give you a little more detail on what exactly I will be doing. So now that I'm officially in the job, the first job that I will be working a lot this week is the Festival of the Arts mural wall. So if you've ever been to the Festival of the Arts, or if you have not been to the Festival of the Arts, it is basically a giant 30-foot long by 5 feet tall paint by number. So we have 14 different colors, ranging from pinks and purples, yellows, oranges, all that kind of stuff. And basically our job, there's 4 like little roles that we do there. The first one is going to be I'm handing out paint to the guests. So I will give them their paint and their paintbrush. And then the second role that I could possibly be doing would be to be walking along the wall and helping touch up any spots that have been missed or any colors that were painted the wrong color, and just kind of making sure, kind of quality controlling it, along with making sure that no one is painting in areas that they shouldn't be painting. And then for the other role, it's normally going to be right at the end of where you paint that mural, and you're going to be handing out postcards of what the final project is going to look like, a little snippet of it, and it's going to be where you throw your paint and your paintbrush when you are done. And so that's where I will be for the next week or so. And then on Friday, I will be working at the annual pass holder event. And this means that I will basically be handing out the memento that is for this festival for the annual pass holders. So sometimes it's a painting, sometimes it's a pin, sometimes it's a glassware kind of item, and so I will be handing that out all day on Friday. And it's kind of cool because it's right next to where the Disney on Broadway will be performing, so I will actually be able to hear the Broadway performances that evening, and then I'm hopefully going to be attending the one after I get off. So that is basically all that I have been doing so far. I'm covered in paint. My hands are literally covered. So I love it so far. I'm applying for some professional internships right now, and I'm super excited to see what it has in hold.